What's going on, Shock Squad? It's your boy Roman, aka Mr. Anime 343, back at it once again. And today I'm actually doing this impromptu live stream because me and some friends of mine, we're actually going to be having some things we want to discuss over. So basically, if anybody wants to actually be a part of the conversation, I'm going to be leaving a link to this chat session here. So that way, if anybody's actually interested in joining, you know, there's the link, and feel free to jump in anytime. I mean, I would love to actually hear what you guys think. So, the first topic I want to discuss is the blatant, ugh, the blatant Zack Snyder controversy that happened with Geeks and Gamers. And basically, I just want to simply say this. Excuse me. I had a little gas, and basically, oh boy. It turns out that when Geeks and Gamers was actually raising money for suicide prevention, which I totally appreciate them doing. This just kind of seems like blatant hypocrisy, if you ask me, that someone like Zack Snyder actually had to act like an SJW. All because he wanted to actually distance himself from Geeks and Gamers. However, the G&G group actually took it professionally, and when the smearing campaigns began, oh, there's going to be backlash, ladies and gents. Backlash quicker than you can actually imagine. So, while I still wait for my guests to arrive, this is an open chat, so anything goes. The only thing I ask for is that we do not talk about religion or politics, because those are two headaches I refuse to actually deal with. Religion and politics is strictly taboos for me and they're off limits. But beyond that, if it's anime, video games, comics, Hollywood hypocrisy, we can actually talk about those because this is our chance to actually just vent out our frustrations and hopefully we'll have some guests on because I don't want to make this a really short stream, and there's a bunch of you out there that probably might want to actually have some personal issues you guys want to talk about, and I just want to say we should just actually sit down and just talk about it because we need to actually deal with their issues together as a group. I mean, I'm hoping that basically some of you guys might have got my notifications if YouTube hasn't actually decided to cause me to get shadow banned, not giving you guys any notifications or anything about this live stream. Oh, it's usually just a slow drag. Slower than holiday molasses in the wintertime. But, like I said, probably I have to actually jump off for a sec, let people know that I'm actually going to be on stream, and we had it here, but then it went from 1 to 0. That's just lovely. Lovely. Just how freaking modern technology works. I mean, seriously. You actually freaking get one viewer for maybe half a second and then boop, gone. Ins and outs of modern technology. Well, anyway, guys, I'll be right back, and Mm. Nope. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. Probably might have to actually share this with other people who are on social media and let them know. No, hold on. Alrighty then. Hold on. Let's see here. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, I just had to let people know that I'm actually live streaming right now, so just hope that basically, fingers crossed, we actually get some more subscribers. Now, it's a little early in the morning, but hey, it gets my blood going. So, let's see what we got here. Somebody had to retweet that, so let's just hope that we get some guests on, because I really don't want to make this a really short one, because if I wanted to actually make something short, I'd actually do a video. And I just actually hope that my friends actually get the memo as well. And just actually, oh, we got a guest. I mean, we got a viewer, so. Well, welcome to the stream, I guess. Let me know if you're actually there already. And if you want to be a part of the chat, I left the link in the comments. So just click the link and you can actually come and join me. I mean, I'd love to actually hear what you actually have, since this is a freaking open chat session. If anybody's actually interested in, sharing their thoughts with me, of course. Now we're to 2. Hey, we're going somewhere. Now, anyway, I'm still waiting for some guests to show up. Now now we're back down to 1. Ugh. No, I tell you one thing. Modern technology. When you're actually trying to do a live stream here, basically, this kind of actually gets a little bit boring when you're actually just doing it all by yourself. Well, like I said, if I was going to do this alone, I would have just done a video. But I usually prefer having group sessions with live streams because at least I get other points of view when doing like group chats and stuff like that. At least with that, it's much more enjoyable. As you guys should know, yeah, I'm wearing my Ahigao hoodie. Freaking deal with it because A, this is not considered pornographic. B, these are just, freaking silly faces that they usually make when they're quote unquote getting it on. And C, I'm just doing this just so I can scare the freaking crap out of any SJWs. Hell, I'm just actually still waiting on some guests if they haven't actually showed up yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So far, my guests haven't even showed up yet. Freaking convenient. I did send out the link to them, so. Ugh. Yeah, just waiting up on some people to actually share this live stream with. And just actually hope that basically people that I've actually I'm sharing it with freaking might show up. Hold on, I'm probably gonna have to let people know that I'm actually on again. So hold on just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see here. All right, hold on. We got a guest. It's D&D girl. Hang on. I'll add you. There you go. Oh,
Hi.
anyway, I just actually. Hey. Yeah. Besides, I just actually had to get the stream shared with all my other friends as well. So that's why I actually had to take so long, because it was kind of lonely just doing a solo stream.
Okay, ignore any munching sound you hear. You sent me the link right when I was eating breakfast.
Oh, my apologies.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I slept in, so normally I'd have had breakfast done before now.
I hear you. But basically, I this is just like really off the cuff, but like I said, this is actually an open chat session, so anything goes as long as it doesn't contain any religion or politics, because those are the two things I refuse to talk about.
Well, do we want to start with the Snyder cut or the fact that people are harping about fictional tit birds when they could put that towards actual things that would help women?
Let's say we start with the Snyder cut first, because what just happened with freaking geeks and gamers is actually just despicable. I mean, Zack Snyder should have actually been a little more thankful towards those guys for raising over $100,000 for suicide prevention.
So, what did Zack say? Did he say anyone wanting to kill themselves should get it over with or something?
No, what he said was he was actually distancing himself from geeks and gamers, and basically that he was actually being one of the Hollywood NPC elitists, saying there's no room for hate. He actually has Asian kids. It's like, seriously, people keep attacking you for actually trying
He
to create.
actually has Asian kids.
I understand that, but his own daughter.
No. When you said he says I have Asian kids, I'm like, he has Asian kids. Doesn't
Yeah, I
matter
know.
if they're adopted or they're like half or something. I'm sorry, but if you have to say I have Asian kids, you kind of probably are racist or something, you know?
Yeah, and basically, this is just my personal takeaway of this. But if you actually had someone in your family who committed suicide, and someone was actually doing a good cause for you by raising money to prevent for suicide prevention, at least be a little more thankful towards the people that are doing it for you. That's just good.
This is actually why I'm happy my nephew's into manga and anime more than Western comics now. I mean, he loved them when he was like 5 years old, but that was when, things could be hit or miss. Now everything's miss,
I know. And it's kind of disgusting how all these comic bros are actually saying that we're actually istophobes and that we don't deserve comics nowadays because we're actually alt-right Yahtzees. We're freaking what's wrong with the, and they want to actually pander to the phantom audiences, like my good friend Omega Katana would say.
Oh yeah, I think it was a clownfish video, but I shared something about Rosario Dawson, I think.
Oh God, they're trying to actually silence her so they don't actually make her the next Gina Carano.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yes, you've already gotten rid of one character people love. Let's get rid of the other one that's been loved since Clone Wars.
Fucking, I gotta tell you, Clown World. I tell you, we're actually living in a freaking. We're living in a big circus.
Oh, as much as I wouldn't like this, I think I figured out how you could get Hollywood to realize, the woke won't pay for our shit. Have it where you have to pay to like or retweet something. Guaranteed, the minute they see like maybe one or two people, if no one is willing to pay for this, they'd be like, oh shit, we can't make money off this. They're not willing to pay for the tweet about it.
That's the thing. You see, freaking Twitter tried doing that with like Jack Dorsey coming up with this harebrained idea of actually, pay to see tweets.
Oh no, I know about that. I'm just saying. I guarantee if you did that shit, I'd scrounge up a few bucks if it was something I like and would like and or retweet it. But if it's woke crap, I'm gonna be like, that's a fucking waste of money. I'm not wasting my money on this shit.
That same here. Because basically, if it's actually something that really piques my interest, then yeah, I could actually totally see that. But hang on, we got another guest coming on. Oh, it's Matt. Hold on, Matt.
Yeah,
I'll actually add you in here.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, what's up? What's all the hubbub, bubs?
Nothing much. Just freaking going over like the whole freaking what I want to say there, the whole Zack Snyder freaking bullcrap that actually happened over on Geeks and Gamers.
And then I pointed out how we could fix Hollywood with this woke crap by having it to where you have to pay for a like or a retweet of something so that Hollywood would see whether or not it would make money. Because likes and retweets now, they're free. And Hollywood's going to be like, oh, well, a lot of people like this. And it's like, that doesn't mean they're going to buy it.
Yeah, I will say this, though. The Snyder cut of Justice League looks so much better than Avengers Endgame, not gonna lie. Especially with Darkseid being more menacing than fucking Thanos. And Thanos was supposed to be a nihilistic death god.
Oh God, haven't you ever seen Thanos in the comics or cartoons? There's no way to make that man scary. He looks like Barney's love child with some random woman.
Yeah, Thanos and Darkseid looks legitimately frightening. Like, that dude will legitimately fuck your whole racist shit up. If you happen to even if you happen to be in his general direction.
I mean, maybe I would have been scared of Thanos if he was like, a different color, black, red, something. But purple just makes me think of I love you, you love me. I caused parents to kill Barney.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Seriously, my parents were very close to ripping up a Barney doll I had as a kid because it would always sing "I love you."
Yeah, that's kind of why DC does the more cosmic stuff way better than Marvel. And I love Marvel, but DC I also love too. Okay, old school Marvel and DC, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's something I told Mr. Anime. I told him I'm happy my nephew likes anime and manga nowadays. But
oh, that is good. I mean, what's your nephew's favorite anime?
Well, right now he likes My Hero Academia, but starting at around 9 or 10, he got into DBZ via the video games that were made for it.
Ah, okay.
But
when he gets older, show him Fist of the North Star, or even better, Armored Trooper Votoms.
But I was telling Mr. Anime that he used to like DC and Marvel, but that was when he was 5. He's 13 now. So that was around the time when you would have hit or miss, so there was still a chance he'd find a good comic, but nowadays it's just miss with Western comics.
Yeah, I'd also get started on Gundam, preferably Universal Century Gundam, as in Gundam 0079, 0080, 8th MS Team, and 0083, baby.
You know what makes me laugh about my nephew? His favorite characters are like Goku and stuff in the stuff he's seen, but when he'd watch some One Piece with me, or I'd read from some of my manga copies, he has a love for Chopper. I'm hoping that means he wants to be a doctor because everything else is testosterone punch. But then you got the cute little reindeer doctor that he likes.
wanting to become a doctor by a reindeer doctor dude.
Well, that is pretty interesting.
Though
Yeah.
Chopper does have a muscular form, but he tends to stay in his little form, you know? But it just threw me for a loop because Chopper wears this big pink hat, and my nephew is basically the stereotype of what a boy is. So that blew my mind when he's like, I want this one, when I asked him if there was anything he'd like me to get him when I went to a con one year. And he took my Chopper plushie because I have a Chopper plushie. Looks like a little baby because it's so tiny. And he said, I want something like this. So I got him a backpack, and I'm still surprised that he likes Chopper.
Wow. But heck, always actually start, people off early when it comes to anime because,
Yeah, especially in giant robots, baby.
Yeah, because
everybody loves giant robots. I mean, you dig giant robots, I dig giant robots, we dig giant robots, chicks dig giant robots.
I'm gonna be honest, the closest I've gotten to liking giant robots is Power Rangers.
Hey,
I'm just
makes sense.
I'm just not a fan of the mech animes.
Okay.
But everybody actually has different tastes. In fact, but there's one thing that really freaking just irked me was the freaking trash taste on World End Harem when freaking Joey, Connor, and Giga actually decided to actually.
Oh God, trash taste podcast. What
does
I like to call it?
I'm sorry.
Actually, that makes perfect sense. They have trash taste. He's not gonna lie, folks.
If your thing is called trash taste, I'm not gonna listen to you because it's like I'm gonna hate whatever you suggest to me.
Yeah, and basically,
and those are the same fucksticks that said Mecha is dead. Oh, my fucking hairy balls! It's dead.
Okay,
yeah.
Look, like I said, I'm not a fan of mech, but even I can look at a mech anime and be like, oh yeah, that it would take a lot to take this down as a genre.
I mean, yeah, they actually. I mean, there actually been like hit or misses with freaking mecha anime, like with Darling and the Franxx, underrated gem if you ask me.
Dude, I'll take Cross Ange over Darling and the Franxx. I'm sorry. Cross Ange is way better than Darling and Franxx, or as I'd like to call it, teepee in my bunghole.
I'll admit this: I have a special respect for Evangelion, and that's because I found out that Robin Williams was a fan, and that just made me happy.
Dude, Robin Williams is a fan of anime. Period. I mean,
he's a fan of
his taste goes all the way back to the 70s. He's even
a fan of video games too. Name one other celebrity that named their child after a video game character. You can't.
Yeah, can't. That's why Robin Williams is the man. And he's pretty much my childhood hero.
Basically, I mean, look at it like this.
I mean, he and his daughter did a Legends of Zelda ad because his daughter is named Zelda. They even made a character to honor him in Breath of the Wild when he died.
Dude, that just makes me want to get Breath of the Wild even more. Simply out of respect for Robin Williams, man.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta send a message to someone. Okay.
But this is why I'll be a fan of a celebrity more if they have interests like me that I like. Example. I mean, I loved Robin before knowing this. But
doing okay there, D&D girl?
Sorry, I have a piece of crumb in my throat.
Oh God. Going down.
Yeah, shit going down the wrong pipe, never fun.
But I mean, I liked Robin Williams before finding out he was a fan of anime and video games, but learning that, I'm like, I would follow this man to hell and back.
Dude, I've been a fan of Robin Williams even before I realized he was an anime fan, and that was before I got into anime. I mean, remember Aladdin with his genie role? That was my favorite.
I love the thing where they included all the blooper stuff he did, and now everything DVD of that version of Aladdin has a thing honoring Robin, and that's why
Oh yeah, way to honor fucking Robin Williams by replacing him with Will fucking Smith. And making it live action. And making it suck.
Look, I know the live action thing sucks, but don't diss Will. Well, he was going up against a legend when it came to that. If it had been, someone who half-assed it or something, I'd be like, well, Will Smith can only make it better, but Robin didn't half-ass it, let's be honest.
Yeah, and it was actually
Will Smith. He was going up against a legend. You knew he was never going to stand at the same height as Robin.
But
speaking of awesome stuff from Robin Williams, anyone heard of Death to Smoochie?
Yeah,
I saw him in the birdcage.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, that's actually a freaking underrated gem right there. But I gotta say is, it was such a shame that he actually freaking committed suicide. And,
yeah. I was shocked when he actually did commit suicide. I mean,
they say the people who seem the most happiest are usually the most saddest.
Yeah, look at me, for example. I'm usually happy to ward off the bullshit and coming around
here. The thing that pissed me off about Robin's death is the assholes who kept tweeting at Zelda saying, your dad's in hell for committing suicide. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just want to punt these assholes right in the dick. I'm sorry. Whether it's anime haters claiming anime killed Robin Williams or some old bullshit, I just want to punt these assholes right in the fucking dick so they don't infest the world with their hell spawn.
I mean, couldn't even wait a week before starting this crap. No, you had to do it right when it's the rawest.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically,
it's probably still been raw after a week, but at least it wouldn't have been, like sticking a knife with lemon juice and salt into the wound,
Yeah, that really sucks because A, it's actually disrespectful. B, you have to honor the deceased. I mean, look at like people like Rush Limbaugh, like Sean Connery, Stan Lee.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Rush Limbaugh myself, but even then I would wait at least a year or two before cracking jokes at his expense.
I will never forgive people who said terrible things about Stan Lee after he died. Now,
you can never say a terrible thing about Stan Lee at all. I mean, that man's pure and chaste. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't mind a joke, like, example, the epic rap battle with Stan Lee versus Jim Henson. You have the guy playing Stan Lee apologize to Jim Henson saying he gets a little cranky at his age because, let's be honest, if he had lasted a little longer, he'd have gone into triple digits. But Jim Henson says, that's okay. Most of the internet thought you died 12 years ago. And I'm like, that's funny because that's true. If you don't see him in cameos, you'd think he was dead.
Also, another person that passed away that really got so much flack was Kobe Bryant and his daughter. I mean, seriously.
That was a dick thing.
Exactly.
if nothing else, keep quiet about what you think of Kobe Bryant for the sake of the child's family, if nothing else, you know?
Exactly, but these people, they just want to manufacture more outrage. So what they
They're
do is,
clout chasers, is what they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. If BT ever does that shit, the minute someone like Sabbath or whatever dies, I'm gonna be like, I'm glad the bastard's dead. He's a creep. And while I shouldn't go to that level, I want them to see how it feels to see assholes basically make fun of people they respect, though there's really nothing to respect about Chris Sabbath once we found out about the casting couch.
Dude, I can't wait for Harvey Weinstein to fucking croak. That way I could piss all over his grave.
yeah. And also, guys, another person that really. Okay, hang on. We got another. We got Dionysus-sama. Hang on, dude. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
Oh, and
can
really,
you hear me? Hey,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Okay,
Oh,
good.
really liking I'm really liking the I'm really liking the Shimonetta thing you got going there.
Thanks. To be fair, I use it kind of like as a symbol to, say F you to the woke, since, the anime is
Yes.
about anti-censorship. So it's kind of like the symbol of FU SJWs. I do not approve of censorship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of the people I talked to on Twitter actually told me Disney is trying to buy Toei. I am not happy about this news.
No.
Well, that's why I made a freaking High Go hoodie again. Because basically, this is kind of like my personal FU. Like, the way you're actually having Shimonetta avatars for your characters and stuff. Because basically, people are screeching about Ahegao, being like, quote unquote, pornographic and stuff like that. But,
I'm
just
sorry.
That's why you do it to spite these assholes, dude. That's why I wear heavy metal band T-shirts to spite all the Bible thumpers, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Heavy metal,
sorry,
yes.
but do any of those faces on your shirt have a crotch or a dick in their mouth? If no, then people are just fucking dirty-minded.
And what's absolutely ironic? It's the fact that they will complain about anime or this or that being spicy, lewd, what have you, but they will applaud the Grammys.
Oh,
The Grammys suck. The Oscars suck. Basically, most any award show that's basically one big fat circle jerk for the rich, wealthy elite.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. I thought that joke Bill Burr told was hilarious.
Dude, Bill Burr is a national treasure who must be protected at all costs. I'm sorry.
Oh, did y'all see what happened to Clayburn? I mean, I joined in on it, but that bastard got ratioed for what he said about Bill Burr's wife.
And that's great. He deserved to get
ratioed. Wasn't Bill Burr's wife black?
Yep.
And Clayburn Griffin proceeded to say, well, that's a sign of racism. He now has a sex slave servant. And I'm like, whoa!
Wait a minute. Last time I checked, actual racists wouldn't actually touch their dick in black people.
Exactly. Like, you look at the KKK and Jim Crow, they would say, no thank you, right? Like, I don't want that black stuff.
Hell, they would lynch Bill Burr for even suggesting he wanted to marry a black girl.
But it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. You can't win with the woke. You can, if you date a black person, you're racist. If you don't date a black person, you're racist because shut up.
Well, or as I'd like to call that, Projection 101.
What am I then? A homophobic racist?
Hey, did anyone see that one post a couple of days ago where they were wanting to do that segregation of, graduation, One was at 8 o'clock, whatever, LGBT graduation. Then the next day, black graduation. Then the next day, their words, mind you, Latinx graduation. And I
I
I'm
can thank
sorry,
you.
that's
that term.
Latino. The proper term is Latino or Latina.
Oh, I know it's Latino and Latina. It's just
Hispanic friends. I have several Hispanic friends, and I talk to my Hispanic neighbors, and they're like, "Don't you use that fucking shit around us? We find that stupid. Whoever came up with it needs to be slapped."
what's funny is I have a
They need to
Latino
be punted in the
friend.
dick is what they need.
I even I even have a Latino friend who I was talking to about this, and they were like, "That's not a real word. That's."
That's what. This is what made me happy about Twitch's ratio with the womex thing, or however you say it.
But they actually
Mental
still
illness.
I call this the mix just pick click effect.
But it made me laugh when I started seeing the ratios. But like
Okay.
I said when I tweeted it, saying I'm not gonna use that. I don't care how you're a woman, whether you were born naturally or you got the surgery. If you say you're a woman to me, and I will respect that. I'm not gonna say womex or whatever. And then Twitch backpedaled saying we were just trying to be inclusive. And I'm like, I don't know. It kind of comes off that you were saying trans women weren't women, so.
Also, Diane, I
They don't care about inclusion. They're grifters, is what they are.
They want to show off their gender studies degree.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Which is about as useful as an old elderly man's penis.
yeah. But
I mean,
also,
Joe Biden's penis.
Okay.
Heyo!
Has anyone actually seen or heard anything from Unseen Japan?
The only thing I've seen from that unseen blobfish is something about how he was talking about anime boobs. Oh, no. It was idols. Japanese idols are bad because kawaii and it's your typical stupid white savior bullshit.
And I'm just waiting for a heavy metal Japanese dude to punt Unseen Japan in the fucking crotch. So he don't
Bold of you to assume he has
Japan
one.
with his hellspawn.
Sorry, I had to
Yes.
for a second. I had a coughing fit.
Okay.
In fact, make a metal album out of this one. Japanese metal album, for that matter.
So,
Have Anthem.
isn't
Have
Unseen
Anthem do
Japan
that one.
Isn't Unseen Japan the guy who complained about Uzaki-chan being
Yep.
blood drive?
The very
Yep.
same.
The unseen Chungus. Yep. The white savior.
Chunga. Woo woo!
So, how come they can try and be being a warrior for other cultures, but the minute someone says, "Hey, I like this culture. I'd like to learn more about it," oh, you're appropriating.
Because it's that whole, it's okay for them to do it, but if we say, hey, I like this, all of a sudden we're evil or whatever.
Yeah, well, if BT starts saying, "Oh, I like the Irish culture. I'm gonna start learning about it,"
Unseen better stay the hell away from.
Ancestor, you're not allowed to do it. I'm
Unseen-
allowed to do it because I have Irish in my blood.
Unseen penis better stay away from my culture. He is not worthy of the Celtic blood. I bet you he can't even hold his alcohol either.
We're talking
Dude,
about
if-
BT, right?
Huh?
If Unseen Japan or whoever it calls himself goes near my Scottish bloodline, he's probably gonna know what a scene from Highlander is like.
Unseen.
Ironic.
There can be only one.
Unseen Scotsman. That would be an interesting movie.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, here's the thing. I've actually got Irish, Scottish, English, French Canadian, freaking Norwegian, Scandinavian, African American, and now Native American. Those are my heritages.
Well,
By the way, how did you find out about your heritages there, Mr. Anime?
Well, here's the thing. You see, my dad's actually my biological dad. Here, I'll show you a picture of him. All right. Here, I want you to take a look at this. This is actually my dad from, if you guys can be able to see him. There we go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
This is actually back from when he was in high school. As you can tell, we both actually have the same face, so
that's actually y'all look a lot alike.
Yeah, because
dude looks very much less retarded Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh God! I mean, if my dad were watching this, I bet you'd actually freaking get a kick out of this. And here's the thing: my dad likes anime too. I mean, he actually likes certain anime as well. I mean, he's actually recently got into Food Wars.
Oh,
Food Wars was good until season 5.
I'm not really much interested in Food Wars. I mean, if it don't got cyberpunk or giant robots or hot babes with guns, it's a no-go for me. I'm sorry.
Food's so delicious your clothes fly off. How is that not exciting?
Dude,
it doesn't have cyberpunk visuals, for one.
I mean, hey, all I could say is, like, if I could actually interject here, guys, basically, there are different tastes for different people. People need to understand that. There's actually something for everyone. That's why, there's actually different genres, different tastes. People need to be respectful of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, but I try to be respectful of other people's tastes. I mean...
But seriously, I want a cookbook from that anime. A lot of the food in there I want to try making. Like the bacon loaf. I want to try and make the bacon loaf.
Oh, you mean the foie gras pork roast? Oh, God. It's got potatoes in it, too. I mean, basically, my Celtic heritage I would actually love to actually make that for St. Patty's Day next year. Like, but actually, I'd love to do bits of corn
bacon loaf because it's wrapped in bacon, but I just want to be able to make that and some of the other recipes. That's why I would love a cookbook. I'm surprised there is not a cookbook.
I know, but here's the thing. You should actually go check out Chef PK. He's a really great cook, and he actually does some really interesting recipes from certain anime and stuff like that. Well, anime, potato. I mean, another thing to actually have on the live stream, if possible, is Otaku Daikun. He's actually a really great guy, and he's actually the one who actually inspired me to actually have this channel.
Well, I've seen some channels do that. Like someone did some of the food you see in Steven Universe.
Babyish? Cooking with Babish, I think his name is.
Like they make Cookie Cat. My favorite was when they did the pizza on a bagel thing. At least I think it was them. They used cream cheese instead of regular pizza cheese. And that
add more flair to it.
Delicious.
But hey, kind of, adding more to the conversation. Has anyone seen that new look on Captain America?
Yeah,
oh my fucking God! What the fuck did they do to my boy Cap?
It looks like a beta version of Captain America. Like this was the first design, and Stanley.
Are you talking about Bandana Boy?
Yeah, I'm a Captain America.
The one that's basically gay.
Where's Rob Liefeld when we fucking need him?
Like He looks like a beta version of Captain America. Like, this was the first design.
I don't want to complain because, like I've said, having someone who is basically the same archetype of an existing character can work if you make them their own character, like Miles Morales. Even Riri, who was the current Iron Man or Iron Woman, whatever you want to call her, had her moments. This does not fill me with hope. This fills me with dread. And it basically becomes a thing of, why didn't you just make him his own character? Why'd you have to ruin the Captain Marvel design?
Exactly.
Because looking
again,
awesome
where the bloody ass fuck is Rob Liefeld when we fucking need him the most?
And then they're gonna, ask
biceps upon biceps upon biceps over this emasculated bullshit.
Like, this is the Pillarman from JoJo versus insert scrawny loser character here. That's what the beta version is.
Yeah, give me Pillarman any day, dude.
I mean,
like muscle on muscle on muscle.
I'm not saying he's gotta look like a flesh balloon because he's bulging, but at least make it look like he could stand a chance in a fight. He looks like you could throw a feather at him and he'd be taken out.
Yeah, make it look like he at least lives, bro.
In fact,
you'd throw a toothpick at him and he'd probably pop like a balloon.
I want someone to draw this version of Captain America and have a feather float down and his neck breaks.
I mean, it is an SJW, so of course it'll, break easily.
This is true.
They're what they are.
All you gotta do is just call them a mean name like Poo Poo Face, and they're just devastated.
Oh, does anyone remember Daisy Ridley's thing about Baby Yoda?
No.
She said Baby Yoda cheats, and I'm like, because Baby Yoda can use the Force and stuff, and I'm like,
oh.
Daisy Ridley's a poopy head.
But not.
At least Grogu's species has the excuse of long lifespan, so even if he's still more or less a baby, he is at least had 50 years to learn the basics of the Force. What the fuck is Rey's excuse for instantly knowing?
Mary Sue. Whammon.
Anyway.
Like I said, Daisy Ridley is a fucking poopy head. I mean, she played Rey. That's enough excuse for why she's a poopy head.
I wanted to focus on Finn because he was the first character we saw. And the fact
Finn was more interesting, and look what they did to him, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I don't want to shoot anyone. Yeah, I'm a stormtrooper, but I don't want to shoot anyone. I'm like, this just got very interesting. I want to know more about this character. But no, we have to have women. And I'm like, I don't want women. I want guy who piqued my interest.
And here's the thing. You can have that strong woman, but you gotta keep that actual strong woman vibe, that Xena or that, Ridley Scott, and insert powerful woman here. You can't have...
Don't forget Alita, man. Don't forget Alita.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, exactly. Those are strong women. You can't have... Whammon, his super whammon coming in and just, saving the day because she's a whammon.
Sarah Connor is my favorite just because the first movie, she's this weak woman who has to rely on a guy from the future who is also her child's father.
And by the end, she's pretty much tossed the Terminator salad.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
and pretty much became the mother to the future.
We're not going to go into the whole time paradox thing, considering if the thing was prevented, John shouldn't exist. We're not going to go into that. But the first movie, she's basically this frail woman, can't defend herself. She survives after losing the man she's fallen in love with. And then the next films that we see her in, she's a fucking badass. And I am not including that recent one because that is bullshit.
Yeah, Dark Fate never happened. Rise of the Machine, kind of, sort of, possible, maybe, I don't know. Terminator Salvation, why no Black Sky or late laser fights? Just why?
What did I miss?
Yeah,
quite a bit there, Plague Knight. Especially the part where I want to punt Unseen Japan in the dick just so he don't spread his hell spawn in Japan.
First off, it's bold of you to assume he even has one. And second, sadly, this beta male has not only a child, but a wife. Let's all bow our heads in silence and press F in the chats for somebody clearly lost a bet.
God damn it. Was somebody too late for this? Oh,
somebody lost a bet. She lost a bet. She has a beta male. She will never know what it's like to have an alpha.
Not unless Fat Boy dies, because you can't tell me he ain't fat.
Yeah, I'm definitely pressing a big F for the poor lady who has to deal with his bullshit on the daily.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, if you want a good example of what he looks like, put a blobfish on a fat guy, and there you go.
Oh, don't insult the blobfish. The blobfish doesn't deserve that.
Are you talking about Movie Bob?
No, blobfish. It's a fish that if you take it out of the water, it looks hideous.
It looks sad.
So basically, Movie Bob.
It's hideous.
Like, I mean, look it up on Google.
Okay, yeah, but basically, anyway, guys, like I was talking about, I was actually kind of starting the stream off talking about like the whole Zack Snyder ordeal about when freaking Geeks and Gamers were actually freaking doing like a charity live stream for suicide prevention. They managed to raise over $100,000 for suicide prevention, but Zack Snyder just actually had to, put in some like NPC SJW freaking nonsense about like, being against hate and distancing himself from Geeks and Gamers and just being disrespectful. But then the freaking mainstream media started to actually dogpile onto Geeks and Gamers, calling them alt-right and stuff like that, and saying that, they're terrorists, they shouldn't have done that, and all that crap. And quite frankly, this is why I seriously hate the freaking mainstream media. Those guys can get fucked to the moon.
You ever
Personally, I feel Zack Snyder should have kept his mouth shut, to be honest. That's just me.
Scene from The Simpsons with Hans Moleman where he gets hit in the crotch with a football?
To be fair, I don't really remember a lot of The Simpsons. Like,
I know. And basically, I actually saw like a parody of it. This is actually from a A&B Hell type setting. It's actually where freaking, what do I want to say there? Shinji actually has the same effect that happened to him by actually getting a freaking football put right in his nards.
Well, I just want that to happen to Zack Snyder, only it's a steel football. Sorry to the men in the chat. I know you're probably crossing your legs right now.
Joke's on you, that's my kink.
My kink is my kink. Ah!
I think that might as well be my kink as well, because I ain't got no wife. Sorry. I mean, I may either be lucky or just lonely.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being single.
Well, of course not, but still.
Someone did an animatic with Wacko and Yakko from the Animaniacs. We're going to ignore the whole implication of incest there. But you have Wacko on his knees, crotch level to Yakko, and Yakko's like, "You're disgusting." And Wacko goes, "Don't kink shame me." And And then you have Wacko looking at Yakko's crotch and screaming, "Ah!"
But still. Anyway. Last two in here. Gotta make them count.
But I'm serious. I want what happened to Hans Moleman to happen to Zack Snyder, except it's a steel football instead of a regular one.
Or
I
maybe
want him in the hospital for days in pain.
Oh, Mace, I could actually practically say the same thing about Unseen Chungus as well.
Ooh.
Yes! Though, if you want to ask me, I'd much rather a wrecking ball to his crotch.
Again, you're assuming he has a pair. I mean, what's funny is I recall seeing an article, one of his stupid little articles a few months ago, where he's talking about how apparently there's statistics going around in Japan that Japanese men are not pleasing their wives. Now, I don't know how he's getting this statistic, maybe out of his ass, but I'm just wondering, wait a minute, Unseen, isn't your wife Japanese? So, wouldn't it mean, statistically speaking, you don't know how to satisfy her?
Is it just me, or does...
Say nothing? I don't like
Is it just me, or does Unseen Chungus sound an awful lot like movie Baba the Hutt?
Perhaps.
And the Japanese lady is Slave Leia.
But the fact that they're saying Japanese men can't please their wives, it's making me wonder if they're referencing that stereotype that Asian men have tiny little hot dogs.
It won't surprise me. He wants to be the white savior, but he doesn't care about the Japanese men. However, he does care about the miladies. I will protect you, miladies. That's why he went after Uzaki-chan with the Pound Me Too hashtag.
This guy is an example of why Japan doesn't like people from America, at least, coming over.
Exactly. Him and Logan Paul.
Numero uno example of why Japan's pretty much apparently xenophobic, man, because we've been giving them so much shit.
Well, with assholes like Logan Paul and stuff, can you blame them for being like, yeah, we don't want you here?
Yeah, I mean, they make us look bad. See, we need to go there and show them what a proper foreigner is, right?
You mean be polite and stuff, and not a jackass throwing stuff at cars?
Exactly, because I'm learning a little bit of Japanese, and you go to a restaurant. Now, I think it's like gauzimasu, if I'm not mistaken, that you say after being served your plate.
Yes.
You're supposed to tell the waiter, everyone else, thank you for the food, it was great and stuff.
Well, I know not to stick my chopsticks into rice, because that's like a thing you do for someone who's passed on.
Mm-hmm. And passing food.
I don't want to have to know this. And I'm like, yeah, but you're kind of an asshole if you don't try and learn about the country you're visiting.
Exactly. I mean, that's why, if I go there, of course, I'm going to be on my, best behavior as if I was going to my grandma's house. Yes, ma'am, no, sir,
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Anyway, did anyone here's the news about Sony buys Evo? If not, rip smash at Evo.
What the fuck is Evo?
I think it's supposed to be this gaming community thing or something like that.
Hang on, we got another guest.
Oh, no.
It's ED. Hang on, just I'll add it. There you go.
All right,
hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up?
Yo, what's up,
You
ED?
just got the message, I'm guessing.
Yes, I did.
Because I sent you the link right before the stream started.
Yes, I'm so sorry about that. I was out like a light. So what did I miss?
Oh
this-
God, who wants to summarize it for him? Because I don't know where.
Well,
to
Unseen
start.
Japan sucks, and we all feel sorry for his wife and child. And
I feel more. I feel more bad for the wife and child, to be honest, especially the
I feel
kid.
bad for the child the most because when they're old enough to use the internet, they're gonna see what their dad typed and they're gonna be like,
oh god,
God,
I just imagine this scene like Junior comes up to Unseen Chungus and goes, "Daddy, can we play baseball?" And he's like, "No, son. I can't throw a ball." And so the son's like, "Well, that's fine. We don't have to do that. We can have a tea party." And Unseen's like, "I can't drink tea. It's too spicy for my throat." Like he is the embodiment of a beta.
God damn,
Dude, beta male is pretty much an understatement for that guy.
Oh
Not
my
gonna lie.
God! Oh my God! Thank you. I just realized what to call Teen Titans Go Robin. I remember having to watch an episode when my nephew was still into DC Comics and stuff, and he liked Teen Titans Go before I showed him the OG. And we watched an episode where Robin was making potatoes and he didn't want to put any kind of seasoning. And eventually he decided.
What?
Yeah, and then he eventually does the thing and says, "I'm gonna put some seasoning," and he pours some salt on the potatoes, licks it, and goes, "Oh my God, it hurts!" And I'm like, "You weak ass motherfucker! It's fucking salt."
I mean, basically, I can actually handle spicy food because basically, here's the thing: jalapenos to me are like candy. I can actually handle those things, no problemo. Jalapeno poppers, I can actually eat those easy.
Oh, I love jalapeno poppers.
I love
I can
spicy
handle a
food.
jalapeno.
Deep fried, delicious.
I can handle a jalapeno or two.
Definitely.
And I'm also huge into buffalo wings myself.
Oh, hell yes.
I want to try Thai food.
I can eat jalapenos. They don't hurt my tongue. It's just that when it comes time for them to go out the back doors when it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not as half as disgusting as how Amy Schumer words it. I can tell you that much.
Let's not talk about something hideous like Amy Schumer.
Oh God!
I just got done reading the latest chapter of Melt Away, Missouri. I got done reading something wholesome.
Matt, if I wanted to hear about vaginas, I'd watch porn.
Good vaginas.
If I wanted to hear about vaginas, I'd read Vogon poetry.
Good vaginas, mind you.
If I wanted to hear about that, I would be reading that Korean manga. That's what I would be doing. Just saying.
I feel bad for her husband because I saw a thing saying that Amy Schumer is married to someone on the spectrum, and I'm like, so did you marry him because you like him, or did you marry him so you could be like, oh, look how supportive I am having a husband on the spectrum? You know, brownie points and stuff.
The latter. I bet you it's the latter. Gotta get those woke points, right?
I'm betting 100% it's the latter.
I kind of figured that's it too, but I'm like, do you really like him, or are you just doing this so you can say how great you are for being married to an autistic guy? I noticed there aren't any kids yet. Are you scared your kids might be like your husband?
Yeah, that's just the thing, because if I can actually interject here, guys, what I want to say is I'm just sick and tired of people trying to actually hit all these check boxes just so they can actually get likes and retweets online. But it's like what Reaching Golden Eagle once said: likes and retweets do not equal revenue.
That's why I said that they should have a thing.
Sheesh. Dropping a major Kong there, eh? Dropping a major Kong there, eh? Raging Golden Eagle?
At least when it comes to things for like Warner Brothers and stuff, they should have a thing where you have to pay to like and retweet. I guarantee the minute they do the woke stuff, because the woke won't pay for shit, I can tell you that. They'll see, holy shit, this doesn't make money. Why the hell are we making this if it doesn't make money? And maybe they'd go back to making good shit instead of listening to people who don't buy anything.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Or, as a very wise and very Christian man once said, don't give money to people who hate you.
Hey, don't you snap at me. My
I was
dog
more
got
talking
hurt.
about a science fiction author, Brian Niemeyer, who was
Oh no, I was talking to my dog. She was sniffing at my wastebasket
okay.
because I had
Oh,
to keep me
doggo.
from blowing my nose in it. So I went to shoo her away, and she growled at me.
Bad doggo. You're not getting any bacon bits.
She's
Bacon
looking at
strips.
my
No
iPad
bacon
now.
bits for you.
She's looking at my iPad now. She knows you're talking about her.
Oh my god. This is actually just really fun. I mean, this is why I like doing live streams because basically it gives us a chance to actually just sit down, talk about our issues, and just kind of resolve them.
I mean,
Because
Serious, stop that. I'm on a fixed income because I get disability, and that's not including the stimulus checks they're sending us because of the pandemic. But I always find a way to buy something I like, even if it's just a cheap little keychain, because I like something. This is why I haven't bought anything for like Batman or X-Men in a long time, because I don't like it anymore because it's nothing but Orange Man bad, pretty much.
Oh, and don't forget that Gotham High garbage.
Nah,
Gotham
no.
what?
You haven't heard
Yeah.
of Gotham High?
Oh, don't forget, I am so not Starfire.
Oh my god. Oh no.
And here's the
No.
thing. Here's the thing. You could have had a cute, chubby, or BBW character, but you turned her woke. And I'll be honest with you guys. I will be honest. I know my boy Mr. Anime knows about this, but I am
What is with the nose ring?
Yeah.
Were you trying
I am a
No.
man of
Dude, if
culture.
we're talking chubby
Like,
chicks, give me Milwaukee from 13 Sentinels any day, dude.
Like, I mean, I like BBWs. I like them big. I like them chunky. But when you put woke gender studies into it, you ruined it for me. You could have had a cute, big girl character, but you made her into your gender studies project, and nah, it sucks.
What hurts me about this is Mariko has written a couple books I do like, and it hurts me that she's did this because I love Skim. It's a great slice of life book. I think she's only good with slice of life. The minute she tries to do something involving superheroes and stuff, it just doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because, in all honesty, the story sucks. And the fact that the character is. It looks like she put herself into the story. Like, trust me, sometimes
Because she
that
did.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because surely sometimes that works because there's a story called Spider-Man and Spider-Bite about a actual real life patient that was going to die, and it was put into the story for the child, and that worked. But when somebody actually puts themselves into the story, but it does not fit the narrative, nobody's going to want to buy that.
No, not even the SJWs want to buy it. And it's like, wait, isn't this you? Isn't this your book?
No offense, but unless Mariko is gonna buy like 1 billion copies of I Am Not Starfire, it's not gonna sell.
Yeah.
The hell was that?
Wait, what?
I'm wondering.
Oh, that was my chair. I was rolling it to my desk. My laptop was dying, so I had to put on the charger. So yeah, that was totally me.
Here's how I think I Am Not Starfire could work. One thing, include Starfire and Robin's actual daughter Have her
Yep.
be a second daughter who unfortunately has gained weight and doesn't look like her supermodel mother and sister, and have her feel
Yeah.
insecure about the fact that everyone's like, so wait, your mom is Starfire, your sister is, well, it's been a while, so I forget the character's name, but you get my point, and have her
Yeah,
be
have her look like Miwako from 13 Sentinels, man.
basically have
Yeah.
her feel self-conscious about the fact that she's basically being expected to live up to her mother and sister. Maybe
Yeah,
have her
pretty
dad
much.
be like, hey, you can do you can do what you do best, and have her basically show that, yeah, I'm not like my mother and sister, but I can still fight in my own right. Not this,
Like,
oh, let's
and
shit on Starfire
or at
because she
least,
looks like a supermodel.
but at least for the love of God, they could have either had her have the child with Robin or a child with Red Arrow. I'm just saying. I'm just stating facts from the comics that if that happened, it would have made so much sense at the time, right now, if they had a child. Because we're not in the New 52 right now, so it would kind of make. I'm just saying, it kind
At
of makes
this
sense.
point, I'm actually pining for the New 52. At this
Yeah.
point,
That
The New
could
52
work.
is
I
the
mean,
best.
it would explain why, from what I saw, we didn't see Robin anywhere in that comic. Maybe Robin left because Star cheated on him. Maybe he took their actual daughter with him. Like, yeah, I'm not staying with you after you were cheating on me. You know.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, how
Give
the
me
hell do you
that.
cheat on
I would read
Starfire?
that. I would
I mean,
read that, and
how?
I would actually feel bad for Starfire's daughter if that was the thing, because it's like she can't help how she came to be in this world. It ain't her fault.
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah.
mention, if you want me to hate Starfire, give me a reason to hate Starfire. Not the fact that
Yeah.
she's pretty. Give me a reason where I'm like, wow, Star, you're a bitch.
Not just that,
Yeah.
but how does one cheat on Starfire? I mean, come on, that's a
Yeah.
10.
But
No,
Starfire,
Starfire cheats.
yeah,
yeah,
Starfire
that's like
Starfire
cheating.
does cheat. Yeah, she cheated on Red
That's like
Hood
cheating on
with
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
yeah, or Britney
No,
Spears, or
Starfire cheats.
a
Starfire
lot.
is the cheater. Robin
Yeah,
is the one who didn't cheat. Starfire is the cheater. I'm basically saying, if you want me to hate Starfire in the story, give me a reason to hate her besides she's a supermodel. Because, in
yeah,
all fairness, Starfire has a figure I wouldn't mind having as my woman.
yeah.
Hey guys,
I don't even.
I need to do this, but I actually have to freaking call it good here right now because I gotta leave for town here in a bit. So
Oh,
I'm just
Okay.
close off the stream here. So any last words anybody would like to say before I close it off? Let's start with Edie. What do you want to say before I close this off?
Okay, when it comes to companies like Warner Brothers or Disney, anyone who wants to like or retweet has to pay for it just so they can finally learn that woke doesn't sell.
Okay, Matt.
An open message to Japan. If you see something that looks like a cross between Movie Bob and Jabba the Hutt, please punt him into dick.
again, he doesn't have one.
Hang him in the
Okay, good.
suicide forest.
All right, yeah. Anyway, Dionysus, got anything to say?
Yeah, if you go woke, you go broke, and stay off the hook.
Anyway, anyway, that should just about do it. And
You're not going to
you guys-
ask ED anything?
Yeah,
Or yeah, Edie, you got anything to say? I tried asking you earlier, but you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was going to. Then D&D girl said something, but what I would like to say is like and subscribe. That's all I can say. In all honesty.
Oh, almost forgot. Be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, he's roboting.
Well, anyway, games. Until the next one, this is 343 saying, sign out.
Damn you, Skynet.